What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video by Newtype Sith. On today's video, we're going to be going over the full functions, configurations, and all that good stuff for the LGT Darksaber version 4, and this one was provided by Lightsaber Services. So if you would like to purchase a lightsaber like this to your own, just make sure to hit the link below, and also for 10% off, make sure to use the code Newtype. That'll definitely help you save a little bit of money at the end of your order. Now, if you didn't see the last video on the unboxing to this Darksaber V4 by LGT, it is a fantastic lightsaber. For the price, you really can't beat it. Most Neopixel Darksabers, pretty much the cost of this entire setup is usually just what the blade costs for most sabers, like the KR and everything like that. Now, the one thing I really enjoy about this lightsaber is the weight of it. It's kind of heavy, and with the blade, it feels almost realistic. Whereas a lot of hilts I have are really light, which is really cool and all, but this one definitely has, you know, a little bit of sturdiness to it. And on top of that, the weight while spinning is pretty good for it being a really awkward shaped blade and hilt itself. It's still really comfortable no matter how you, I guess, use this. The one thing that I do wish they would have changed a little bit with this saber is just like the speaker venting. I understand this is pretty much the only way you're going to be able to get sound resonance out of a hilt like this is from the side. Just personally to me, depending on where your hand is, if you're a little too low, you're obviously just not going to get the most quality sound out of this. But other than that though, everything is really awesome. Another thing that we're going to be going over in this video is how the Xenopixel board works, especially with this. This is a lot different than most Xenopixel boards for the simple reason there is no activated LED for your switch, which means you're not going to have like certain clicks, or you're not going to have certain flashes to show you what function you're going on. It's all a timed sequence, and it can get a little annoying, but I get it. It'd be really hard to fit a LED switch in something this small. So yeah, I mean, you just gotta get through it. All right, now that we have the Darksaber here, we're gonna start on showing you the functions of this lightsaber while ignited. So first thing you wanna do is get it out of sleep mode. So all you do is you simply just hold down the button. Power on. Power on. You obviously will know it is on from there. With these lightsabers, there's gonna be two different ways you can turn it on. You could either ignite it by just simply clicking your blade, hold down until it shuts off, or these have gesture controls, so you can twist to turn on, twist to turn off. You can jab, twist, and then once again just twist to turn it on and off. So those are the ways you can ignite your lightsaber with the Xenopixel board in it. I will say, for Xenopixel being a newer board, I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. Honestly, I was kind of expecting to go into it not really enjoying it as much. But for the price you get for a Neopixel lightsaber these days, as long as it's equipped with a Xenopixel, it's dirt cheap. And honestly, the only thing I have found that hasn't been the best about Xenopixel is just adding fonts. And it's not like it's as hard as Profi or anything like that. You just have a couple more steps compared to CFX and Golden Harvest. So it's for beginners. It is pretty beginner friendly. So now moving on to when the blade is ignited. So you're gonna have all sorts of features. You're gonna click one, hold, and release. And that's going to be the flash on clash. Now with this rainbow blade, you're not going to really be able to see it. And then you just click the button once to stop it. You can hold button. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of doing like a force move. And then if you click the button once, you will get a clash. Now it's not going to be like most Neopixel sabers where it's going to be like sensitive to movement. It's a really simplistic flash on clash, almost like an RGB. It's just Neopixel. So now that you know how to turn on and off the lightsaber and you use your blasters and your blaster blocks, you are going to be moving on to the final function while this lightsaber is on. So I put this on mute so you guys can hear me a little bit better. So you're going to ignite your lightsaber. Well, let's say you don't want it in this color. All you're going to have to do is press and hold the button for 2 flashes. Now, since you don't have flashes, your best thing is just to count seconds. So 1, 2, it should be good. So 1, 2, and there we go. Now it is going to cycle through the colors for you. So you're going to go anywhere from the white to the yellows to the greens to the blues, all sorts of colors that you can use while this lightsaber is ignited. And I think it's really cool for a Neopixel option. It's obviously not the easiest to navigate through colors like some sabers, but hey, you're still getting all the colors and all the color index that you're going to get from some of the higher end boards. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to get there. So let's say we're going to get this right back to the original Darksaber white. So we just got to wait and boom. Oh, that's going to be about as good as I can get. And all you're going to do is just click the button once and that's going to lock it in. Now let's show you some of the other functions of this lightsaber. So first thing you want to do is to get this either on a higher volume, a quieter volume, or mute, so you don't want to wake your neighbors up while you're spinning around like crazy in your room. You're just going to click and hold for 1 second. This would usually be 1 flash, so it's going to be 1 and let off. Volume high. Then volume low. This is what I primarily like to keep mine at, just because it saves the life of your speaker, and it is extremely loud when it's coming from sound venting directly next to your face. So yeah, I just like to keep mine on low for personal preferences. Then how you're going to change your fonts, it's going to be 4 flashes. So for this, it's going to be 4 clicks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cunning Warrior. He was a good friend. So that is how you switch fonts. Now, once again, just 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next font. Next font. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next font. This is personally my favorite font on here. Tyler Malicor's. Super sick. Jedi Fallen Order. Good stuff. So, then, moving on to the next function while this is on. This is what I think really pushes the Xenopixel out for being a beginner board, that you can do this much with it right off rip. So that's going to be changing your ignitions and your blade style. So usually with Profi, you're going to always have to go into your configurations unless you have OS 6, which a lot of people don't have still, and you can change it all from your computer. You don't have to do that with Xenopixel. It's actually really cool. So for instance, this is going to be your stable blade. No crazy blade styles, no crazy ignition, just very, very basic. So scroll up, scroll down. Now, if we are to use this for 3 flashes, which for us it's 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, pulse. So that would be, actually that's 2 flashes. So that would be blade style. So now you can see, you can kind of see it just glowing in and out, in and out. That is going to be your pulse. All right, so one of the bigger things with the Xenopixel board, while going through all these motions with the lightsaber being off, is with the no flashes, it can get a little gruesome with just trying to get to the right one. So you'll be trying to use a blade style or go switch to an ignition, and you just click one of the other ones, or you'll go to the next font. It gets kind of annoying, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. So moving on, what we can do is with 3 flashes, you're gonna change your ignition. So when you change your ignition, instead of it doing a normal scroll up and down, you're gonna have something like this. So it's pretty cool. And then it's also gonna be on pulse or unstable. So it gives you that really crazy flickering pulse look that like Kylo Ren has. Obviously, this isn't going to be as accurate with it being a Darksaber and not a normal lightsaber. All right, and then we're going to move to the next. So you're going to do 1, 2.
Fire blade.
You got a fire blade. This one's going to look a little bit more like, I guess, your Kylo Ren. So now it's a little bit slower of a flick, and it's almost like it's scrolling up and down pretty fast. All right, let's see what next.
Steady.
steady. So this is going to be your standard blade, just like that. Personally, I think this is the best looking one. And then
Pulse.
Pulse. So just that slow breathe. Alright, and we'll keep the pulse on. And now we'll move on to the ignitions. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3.
Rainbow blade.
Got a rainbow blade. So have this really cool rainbow effect going up and down. Honestly, I think this is super sick. I feel like this is a party blade. Alright, you got 1, 2, 3.
Candy blade.
Candy blade, which is very similar to the rainbow blade. It just moves very fast. It's not as bright, and the colors are kind of, they're kind of mashed together. All right.
Unstable.
Then we have our unstable. Honestly, not a big fan of that one, especially with this saber.
Fire blade.
It's like blinding. It really gets you. All right, now moving on to ignitions for the 1000th time. Like I said, yeah, you just got to navigate through this. Once you get to it, you're good to go. So you're going to hold for 3.
Stack ignition.
Stack ignition. So pretty sick. Pretty sick. So blade will pretty much just stack on itself till it gets full, and then it ignites. So let's see what else we got.
Photon ignition.
Photon ignition. It's pretty cool.
Warp ignition.
Warp ignition. I really like that one. Sounds like a damn transformer. That is sick. Alright, go to the next. Phaser ignition. That's probably my favorite one. That's so cool. It just moves from a certain area and then just expands. So let's look at that over here. Super sick. Okay, now we're going to have blaster blade. So when you ignite it, it doesn't look like anything's going on. But if you point it like you're holding a blaster, that's probably one of my favorite features with this. I don't know why. It's just addicting. Especially because this one, you touch it up. BAM! BAM! You know? Sick. Got the blicky with the sticky. Cannot beat that. Cannot beat that. And then we have one more, which is, honestly, don't know why it's on here.
Ghost blade.
Ghost blade. So you ignite it, and it goes in and out. Goes in and out. And as you spin it, it comes alive. So sitting still goes away. As soon as you start to move it with any kind of motion or gestures, it will kind of come to life. It's kind of cool to me. I don't understand the point of it, but hey, it's a function that we have directly from the manufacturer, and you can't beat that for factory settings on a lightsaber, that you can do all these crazy options. So now, while the lightsaber is lit, while it is holding straight up, and you twist, you'll get the music track or whatever sound effect track is happening with this font. So for instance, this one is a battle going on. I'm sure you can hear, it sounds crazy actually. Things that people are screaming, pretty intense. So then you just hold it up, shut it off. Then, while holding the saber directly down and you twist it, you can change colors. So now it's green. I think for Xenopixel being a new board and you being able to customize your blade effects, your ignition timing, the color, all of that while still having smooth swing and Neopixel, it's a really good bang for your buck, honestly. Like I said, especially with just this lightsaber hilt, it is kind of difficult to navigate through things with you not having an illuminated switch, which will show you per flash what function you're going to be on. So that would be probably the only downside of this board, in my opinion. Other than that, it's super sick. And if I can navigate through it with just flashes, I'd honestly probably love this lightsaber a lot more. Just because it's just really easy to get through and play around with instead of having to, oh, I hope I get it. I'm holding 3 seconds, but then it'll just change the font because you're, a couple, 0.1 second off of a flash or whatever it would be. So that is going to be all of the functions while the lightsaber is on and off. Now we're going to jump in how to pull this lightsaber apart so you can change fonts yourself and how to disassemble it in case you need to take anything apart like the battery or anything like that. Okay, so I do apologize for not having all of the tools to fully disassemble this right now, but I will be able to explain which pieces to start with and where to end on how to get your chassis out. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to have this little dowel right here. You're going to be able to unscrew that. It is finger loose. It is finger tight. You literally just unscrew it. And what that does is that holds the shield, which would be these little windows right here. After that, you're going to, which this is the part I do not have the right Allen key for right now, is this right here. You're going to take this screw out. Then after you're going to take this screw out, you have this small Allen key right here. This is going to be your normal sized LGT, a little bit smaller. We'll go in here, clip out, and then the button. You're going to be able to twist and push down or pull out of this button. Then after that, you're going to come down to this last Allen key right here. And this one I can take out to show you. So this is also how you're going to charge your lightsaber as well. So you're going to unscrew this, just like that, and simply just pull out. And that is going to be your recharge port right there. And then behind this, once you get all of these other parts out, this is the last thing you do because it will slide right out. After it slides out, you will be able to see the Xenopixel SD card where you can change your fonts for your lightsaber. And you can use Profi CFX fonts on these. You just have to reconfigure them. And just to put it all back together, you simply just repeat the exact steps. So first you're going to want to put it back in, clip it, twist it, put this back in, screw this back in, and you will be good to go. Now if anybody has any other questions about disassembling this, you're more than welcome to either message me on Instagram or you're more than welcome to comment below and I'll try to respond as quick as possible with the best answer. Now, if you guys enjoyed some of this LGT Darksaber review and overview tutorial, definitely comment below if you'd like me to do the full font demo for this. I can showcase every single font this came with, and I'll try to spice it up with changing some of the blade styles. And there you have it, everybody. This is the Darksaber version 4 by LGT Lightsabers. Full tutorial and overview of how to function, navigate everything on this lightsaber. And like I've said before, please, if you have any other questions, if this wasn't the most helpful tutorial, make sure to either comment below with a question you have, or you're more than welcome to follow me on Instagram and private message me, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all your nerd news, lightsaber reviews, and much more. Hope you guys have one hell of a day, and we'll catch you next time on Newtype Sith.